A technical hiccup. You're back on the program, The Assembly, and I'm Lord Lezef from the highest echelon of the British Empire. Today, we are discussing Lezef from the highest echelon of the British Empire. Today, we are discussing and it's an amazing thing. It's a thing that calls for joy. Are Nigerians, or rather, are Anambra people happy? That's a question we'll ask today. And so far, how has been the progress in Anambra State? I've got two people right here in the studio to discuss this. I've got Prof and also Mazi Chukdi, who are here to talk about the state and how it has been for them, especially people that have been in the state for over 30 years. Yes, and they are here to tell us how it has been and how the future is for the dear state Anambra. Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the program, The Assembly.
Chadalu Kwadalu.
Yeah, how are you doing today, Mazi?
As you can see, everything is celebration kind of.
Oh, I can see you're super excited that Anambra finally is 30 years today. Three decades. It's no mean feat, trust me.
It's a birthday celebration. If you laugh Maki and I may celebrate a birthday in Anambra as a whole. So that is why we are here for today.
Okay, so how has it been for you for the past week?
For the past
week, how are you? How has it been for you? Like, how is everything?
we thank God tonight.
Business is going fine, right?
Yes, business na Gulfuma. We thank God. Adding the fact that Anambra is clocking 30.
You're right.
We started celebrating it from that past week you mentioned now.
Okay.
To today. So everything, or if not because of today, some of us should be somewhere. Now we take some bottle, but let me not mention all that things.
Okay, so quickly, let's get to know you. Introduce yourself.
Okay. Ibondo Manegenti, Omonwa, Obuevi Chukwude, the only Igbo business tycoon with 15 shop na main market onitsha. Aya abego kwazo tata on the assembly kunu gena inte kumalunka jina katata. Udo de lunu.
Prof, what's good?
Well, nothing. I'm just fine.
You're fine. Prof, how's it been for you?
Very okay. Very fantastic.
All right, so quickly, let them get to know you. How's it been for you?
Very okay. Honorable Prof. Zekos. And it's good to be on the show, the program, the assembly again. And today, Anambra is 30. The program, the assembly again. It is just like Anambra is an avenue for exorbitant enthusiasm. It is just like Anambra is on the show again.
All right, nice to have you. Okay, so quickly, the national anthem.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our father's land with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Okay. Looks like you have, okay. Of course, as mentioned earlier today, Anambra State is 30 years. On the 27th day of August 1991, Anambra State was carved. 30 years later, 3 decades later, here we are, Anambra Progressive. How has it been? To many persons, I want to believe it's been a good ride, but to some others, I don't think they are satisfied. Of course, human beings can't be entirely satisfied, but at least we are alive to see Anambra at 30. It is something great, something interesting. I think Anambra was carved out from Enugu, yeah?
From the old Anambra State.
Okay.
Enugu was the capital, understand?
Oh.
And back then, Anambra was really large based on landmass.
Okay.
Because Enugu, that's part of the entire southeast, almost the entire southeast was in Anambra. Even Akwa Ibom Cross River, they are part of the old Anambra State. before it was divided. You get
Okay.
to bring Anambra, Enugu, Abia, the rest of them. And that was it.
All right, that's okay. That's great. So at least.
Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, they then had state.
Yeah, IBB. I think that is a short acronym.
Yeah,
I'm even surprised you. Well, you guys have been in Anambra State for over 30 years, so of course you should know these things.
No, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Well. You know, what gives me joy about Anambra State is
Anambra
is an exceptional state. Nice.
Thank you.
Anambra is a state filled with suzerainty. Undebatable, unmistakable, axiomatic.
All the right.
Visible.
He's right. He's right.
Decipherable to the foolish. The stories of Anambra State. Even if you resort to circumlocution, even if you resort to verbal assault, even if you resort to gross explanation, even if you resort to debate, even if you resort to lines, series of lines to explain the success and suzerainty of Anambra State, some people will still not understand.
So in summary,
Anambra State is a great state.
It's a great state.
It is very, very gigantesque.
Okay.
Very, very dynamous. Very, very pantagruelic.
All the right. Oyota is right. He's right. All the right.
We are proud to have a state like Anambra.
I can see the vigor of your pride.
He is
being
all the right.
Anambra man.
Everything he's saying, all the not right in
So what did he say that is right?
Everything he said now.
Yeah, what did he say that is right in particular?
But your man all the right. At least his Anambra is great. That one alone. But he's right in this particular one now. He's talking about.
Good to see that you are agreeing for the first time. Yes.
Anambra is everything. Anambra is everything. Everything you know.
Fine. It's okay. I'm really glad that I've got some proud Anambra men right here in the studio to actually portray Anambra in a good light. It doesn't mean that there are some areas Anambra doesn't need to improve upon. I'm sure there are a number of areas they should actually improve upon. But let's talk about Anambra so far and the journey so far. 3 decades is not just 3 years. It's 30 years. So I think I want to come with you because I know you've actually established, I don't know, you have shops in other states, right?
Business tycoon. I used to mention business. I have shops.
Okay, so how many states do you have shops?
Anambra, only Brozo State. It's just in this Anambra that I have my shops.
How many shops do you have?
15 shops.
15 shops. Yes. What do you sell in those 15 shops?
Motor parts. We deal in motor parts.
Up to 15 shops. All motor parts.
That is why I'm an Igbo business tycoon.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, since you have been in Anambra State for quite a number of solid years.
Okay.
Yeah. I want you to just give me an overview of Anambra thus far. For the past, from 1991 till now, how has it been? I think it's called Onye Anambra, yeah? Yeah, because I think I was corrected one certain time that it's not Anambrarian, that it's actually Onye Anambra or Indi Anambra.
You are in a peak.
Okay, so how has it been?
Transcription.
Well,
denotion, English, Igbo.
I think I know what it is. Okay, so Chukdi, overview Anambra in 30 years.
In 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Overview. Even though I want to tell me overview, but I know you want me to explain the little I know.
The much you know, actually.
The much I know.
Yeah.
The much I know, Casey, Anambra, Ibo, Anambra, Anambra. Aye. When it comes to the east, Anambra na first. When we talk about men, and talk about east alone, majority of them is in Anambra State. I don't want to start mentioning them, but I expect you to understand what I mean. Now we are celebrating 30 years. That is, in a normal understanding, we are celebrating. Anambra is celebrating his birthday. Are you getting me? At achievement ka ejide naka. Kedu Anambra achieve over that 30? Because there is a saying, I don't know if it is from your country. They say that is a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Even though na Anambra ke luchekwe 40 years old. I get me, Anambra have not, but they say the fool at 40 is a fool forever. So I am happy that Anambra is celebrating 30 years today. And I believe we have a lot I may go achieve. That is the most important. That is the purpose of the celebration.
Okay, now talking about achievements, Prof, I think I would love you to, since you're more exposed and I think you have a closer proximity with the government, I think you may want to just run us through the achievements of Anambra State for the past 30 years.
Anambra is blessed. First of all, the first thing, there is this saying,
yes,
which means the asset, the greatest asset you can ever have is human. Okay. We have a lot of great heroes in Anambra State. Let's start from Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Benjamin Nnamdi Azikiwe is from Anambra State. Dora Akunyili is from Anambra State.
Yes.
Chinua Achebe is from Ogidi, Anambra State. Chimamanda Adichie is from Anambra State. So many things. That is number one. Number two, a lot of things in Anambra State. We have Agun Lake. That's like a very, very fun site, you understand? Very, very fun site. But despite all the achievements of Anambra State, I don't think we have grown complacent. We haven't grown complacent. We are still heading, we are still making the effort to make sure that our insignia drums and rings a bell, you understand? Because now we have an international cargo airport. We have almost completed our international. We have a mini stadium, and yes, some days ago what's it called? Shoe cluster. And so many things. We have a lot of Ogunike Cave. Men. Anambra is a state that when you enter
all the right.
All the geopolitical centers, all the zones. There will be no malingering, there will be no
all the right.
Your brain, and at the end of the day, because how are the mighty fallen is not say, is how are the little becoming the mighty. How are the greater becoming the greatest. Anambra State is made. To have a governor like Chief Ulebiano, because it's under his that most of our international cargo airports under administration, the mini stadium, the shoe club,
security, airport.
So I think we're happy. But like I said, we have not grown complacent.
Yes, because there are still much more to be achieved.
We are not the rents, we are not the fox passes, we are not the absolutely objurgated, and we are not even the subjugated, but we are the suzerains in our own terraformers.
Prof, this last one,
I said that we are not the rents, we are not the fox passes, we are not the absolutely objurgated, we are not the absolutely cajoled. We are not the subjugated. Like, I mean, I am trying to boost, I'm trying to invigorate, I'm trying to institutionalize the fact that Anambra State is a nice state.
Anambra Sonivane making okay. All I can water, no problem. All the good,
Anambra State,
thank you. Now he said what I mean, because that Prof.
It's fascinating to
on a mellow honesty. I didn't be saying like it would be.
I think today's topic is actually something to bond Anambra people.
Yes.
And I'm happy it's starting from the studio.
It's coming up now.
As much as
we are gonna take a chill pill.
No. I closed shop today for today because I closed my shop because
why are you closing your shop?
Today is celebration. If you check government house now, don't be surprised. Our governor we call on our cake. Man, I come but it's supposed to be.
Exhibiting joy,
Nke joy is very joyful. Obi
That's okay. But there is something he mentioned that I want to hold on to.
Anambra
hasn't grown complacent. In other words, that as much as it has achieved some meaningful feats, there are still some more things to be achieved. And I want to ask you that actually.
Being complacent means getting to a point where you're satisfied with everything, that you don't think that there is need for another change to come in. You get
for change. Anambra buying.
Yes, Anambra, you are not complacent yet.
Yes,
exactly. It means that there are some things that should be done.
Okay.
And those things that should be done is what I would. You're not trying to really come to that's interesting. Okay. So I want you to actually pinpoint those areas that actually need some improvement in Anambra State.
It's not a problem. You want me to?
You what? He wants to pinpoint.
To pinpoint.
That's Lotwaka. Nebe ndi afuni na Anambra kwese ka agbanwe. Nebe ni ne kwese.
Okay. You give me a chance. I don't go come confused, man. Okay. To pinpoint in a way kuna is
when we say pinpoint, we don't mean point and kilo like fish. Understand that?
Just mention those areas that Anambra needs to improve.
Okay. I try to mention those places you are talking about now. Oh, we thank God because that's Neto Diken and Kome. Omozo. You may not understand this one, but if you thank somebody for what he will do, he will do more. Are you getting me? So, how can we to Obele area we have in Anambra State, which is Abianiwe Wasalo commercial, and you want into business, we that are doing business.
Okay.
Ka governor nebe na the market system. Obele. You know, there was the other time we talked about something like you mentioned debts, dustbin and other stuff.
Yeah.
Let's government batakana in our market, just like main market on church and here, a coca and most markets. Can we a good market system? Let me not start going to.
You have to start going deep, so you can understand exactly what you mean. What do you mean by a good market system?
Deep.
Of course, exactly. You know, we are trying to lay these things bare so that we can know how to improve upon them.
Okay.
We don't expect to be this way next 10 years. That we could be at 40, as you mentioned. So we are trying to see what we could achieve in the next decade. Since
you say I should start going deep, number one, when you come to Onitsha now, the dirty too much is there. The dirtiness is not good. It's not something to write home about. All those little I appreciate our governor for the ones he has done. For example, the airport and other things, security and the rest of them. Man, you also have in our market sector, our business sector, commercial aspect of Anambra State. And the reason why I get to know about this one now, because I'm a businessman. I see all this one. From here now, maybe now I'll start going to my shop and I'll start seeing all the. Let them help like the sanitation and other those dustbin in Aduna, main market and the rest.
Who are those keeping those wastes there?
Who are those? It is people, human being.
Why are you dropping the waste bin on the floor, like on the road, actually?
That is why it's the same topic. Your government. Today is celebration.
I thought there should be a particular area where you go dump your waste, and then the government or prescribed agents will come and take them off the place.
Sometimes it's not like that as it used to be.
So how is it right now?
It's not good. it's not good.
Okay.
When you come to even this Oka now we are now, there are some areas that
many areas actually.
Many areas
very dirty.
You go. So those ones, those sanitation and all those dustbin, government in Ebelia, it disturb us.
Yeah, and aside the waste, and we all know how dirty Anambra could be, especially when the refuse piles so much that those agencies in charge of coming to
they are not doing well.
Yeah, I don't
they
know
are not doing
what
well.
reason it is, but
when you come to that one,
before you go ahead, you mentioned market system, and I was thinking you would talk about, because I've got complaints about this a whole lot, about people, those tax collectors, those revenue collectors who actually harass innocent people. I've got people complain to me that in Onitsha main market and its environs and other major markets, you would see people collecting revenues illegally. Okay? Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you have more to say about that.
There is one thing about rules and regulation in Nigeria as a whole.
Okay.
Most written things are just mendacilloquents. They are just lampoons. So what
I
mean that most laws that are written are just written and not implemented.
Okay.
Now I am calling for a gross overhaul of Anambra tax system.
Oh, great.
Because you see people, they go there. Some of them even brag to be sent by the government, and they don't even show their faces. Like they come out, collect money. Like when you purchase something from a shop.
Yeah, right.
You have to pass out.
Exactly, and they start collecting taxes from
like you pay here, you pay here, you pay here.
You will even pay for dropping something for some people. Some of my customers will buy something from my shop now, and maybe they come from, let's say, Enugu, or come from Oka to come to Onitsha to buy something. They're the one they call, if you drop something on the floor, you pay for the land. I don't know. It is when I come out and start quarreling them before they will now. But why is it happening? All these things, all here can you buy market system. It's just that Natal if not,
my very good friend
one by one.
Yesterday, that he went to purchase some things and he paid a whooping sum of money, a fortune. Like as he was transporting the items he purchased.
All the very bad.
From place to place.
It's very bad.
Items he purchased, they were just paying.
We are not
people started beating him for refusing to pay the money.
Yes, all the men. It used to happen.
I understand. If you do not pay, they will beat you up.
Yeah, in that people use opportunity. That is in Tauto. They used to use it as opportunity. So the thing is, really, Prof, with them, I feel like crying.
No, touts are basically people like conductors at house.
No, all of them. Yeah.
Okay, I guess you mean louds. Okay,
louds
are different from touts.
Both of them. Wait, calm down. You know, we're from a developed country. We are a developing country. Now, suddenly, due to our Machiavellianism and due to our parochialism,
just now we are now
Gambadoism, malversational whatabouteries and went back.
All the rights
have gone down to the underdeveloped. But anyway, God will definitely see us through on those ones. Now, what I mean, over there where you come from, touts are not actually what we see as touts down here. You get it? Because down here, the people we got out, they are like mayhem. Once you go into their hands, you are getting into a bit of pickle.
I just don't understand. The thing that
No wait, I just
in the market alone. In the market, securing
revenue generators, revenue collectors. And they go there and do
all the painful loyalty.
The worst is that by the time they collect
one day I will carry you to come to the market. Even now, if you will see with your eyes.
Then becomes bad. It becomes a waste of time. It becomes a charade, and the entire psychosomatic physiognomy and physique will come together to judge you. And no, I mean not you. I mean the person involved.
Does he loyalty? And now one that loyalty.
And you will say, how can
she judge you?
Make profit of so and so.
Money
and I paid some profit, and the whole thing has gone bad.
Yeah, I understand.
Manifestation of Pagmaya.
Okay.
Hi.
She judge you.
We shall come back. Just stay with us.
She shall judge you.
No, nothing.
Okay.
I'll make a reference.
God clear.
Let's go for a break. on the program, The Assembly. Today we are discussing Anambra, the journey thus far. Anambra is 30 years today. Hooray to all in the Anambra. And of course, I've got Prof and Mazi Chukdi, and they've been having mixed reactions. First of all, they were all appreciative of the fact that they've gone 30 years, and of course, they've gone pretty far for 30 years. But even at that, there are still some areas that also needs to be developed upon. And of course, the major of the ones we mentioned so far is the revenue collectors who are harassing people, who are taking laws into their own hands and trying to generate revenue not for the government but for themselves. All right, so aside the revenue collectors and the rest, what are other areas we need to, we're trying to lay these things bare so we can actually hold on to them and get to be a better state in it. So what other areas do we need to, Mazi Chukdi, I think you wanted to talk about one other area we need to mention and work upon.
Other area, when it comes to Okagodu number one, Chineke melu madebele. Uzo, road in Oka.
Yeah.
Onitsha, Noka, number one. When you go to places like I was at Nkwele, Ezunaka last 3 days. Chineke. Because I'm pleading on our governor. Because yanyela anyaka. The road in Oka, especially this rainy season, it's true. Today, Anambra is marking 30 years. Mana, since the Nipogo opportunity for us to road in Oka is very bad. It's very bad.
Okay.
It's not but all very obvious. For example, there's the one for my car now. One of my car is a mechanic because I passed through Nodu market, the one they call Y Junction. This call Y Junction because the road is like this.
Okay.
If you follow the one that is from Y, that has its own angle.
Which of the Ys? Which of the angles?
Yeah, it's called Y Junction.
Yeah,
Y Junction. No, do up here.
Yeah,
that's
right.
when you in this Oka. I went there to go and see one of my customer.
Okay.
My car break down because of bad road.
Oh, that's.
I know. I'm not
terrible.
trying to say that our governor is not doing well. Our governor is doing well. Oh, come on, that he might not know about all this road.
Exactly.
And that's the main thing.
Yeah.
These roads are very bad. Or if you come to Amiko, a Koka market, a Koka main market, the roads there is not very good. I mean, some of them look abandoned. All the KVM is abandoned as if motor is not going there again. Why now? So I'm calling our governor, our leaders. In the road main market areas. There are all these things. Sometimes we wonder if Obiano is seeing this thing. But we know that he might not be seeing it. Come on, maybe all these SSAs, mandos, or all these people that are supposed to be reporting to him about what is going on.
Another important road that
That
is the road.
I thought it was repaired.
Where?
if it
has gone worse.
or when you
I'm sure
it's true.
It is in the state of Abami.
That one, if you carry your motor go there, your motor will sink on the ground. You'll be looking for yourself and be looking for your motor.
Relax. Relax first. Even if it's a right?
If it's a school,
It was repaired some 2 years back.
2 years back.
2 years.
Million maybe.
All right.
Because police are
In the United States, in the United Kingdom, where you come from, there is a difference between repair, that's amelioration, recuperation. Down here,
You don't recuperate roads, man.
no, like
in Oka, in Anambra, they recuperate. Mazana, they recuperate. I'm a Mimunu. They recuperate road. Like in a recuperate here, maybe a bull for 1 week, that road will be
I am trying
recuperate.
to compare the road to a human.
Only with them, he's penning me.
Analogy right there. Great. Good.
He's penning me.
Roads in Nigeria are like human beings.
Oh well.
In Anambra,
If you stay without maintenance, if you stay without watching yourself, and you claim that you have gone for medical tests some years ago, or that let us put it this way, that
Oka no Onitsha go be bad.
you haven't gone for medical
Oka no Onitsha. Hey,
Okay, now what you will check is so many roads are shoddily constructed. So many of them shabbily constructed.
Especially Okan Onitsha. Hey, Okan
wait, excuse me.
Can cover water.
You know that sometimes big vehicles, big cars, as they move on the road, they destroy the roads, they destroy the asphalt, they destroy the coal, the compendium.
Yeah,
all things that make up the road. That is why you construct a road and say that big cars should not pass the road, and it is causing traffic everywhere. Why construct a road when big cars cannot pass it?
Okay, fine. I understand there are some particular roads that are meant for some kind of cars, okay?
No.
Cars, listen to me.
If you go that side, when it comes to Anambra, you are making a big mistake. The one that are meant for car, for car, how is it?
Just listen to
the one that are meant for car alone, is it? Odugomo Torebo, number one. Even Nigeria will scatter the whole thing. Moto mebile, my car maybe na no.
Exasperated.
Okuli bombam. Oyocha bomba moto mkuli la akuli.
I'm sorry about
that. Na no do market.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
Oba kanji is keke chata kanji ebe. Odron macheke eni. I didn't want to complain because today is birthday can they celebrate.
Yeah.
So I told me to man akwa go mepe. Ama me go no ye limit this.
But come on, you're wealthy, man. Come on. Okay, so
the mechanic na contribute to
no, I'm trying to say that in the Western countries, you build your road in accordance to the kind of vehicles that ply the road, all right? And because, for instance, in the Western countries, maybe my country, for instance, we build a road that is smooth enough for lower level vehicles. Vehicles that are not so high level, like they could almost scratch the road while driving. That's why the road has to be smooth enough for that.
Let me come in.
In Nigeria,
let me come in.
But
there
are some people who are bourgeoisies, some people who are imperialist economists. Economists when they're exhibiting their booties, and criminals those say are working on their every single thing you're giving, you collect your share. Single thing is share. So we are not surprised.
White man, you mentioned
to look into this case because it is becoming
obvious.
It is ignominious. It is a cleanless peregrination. We have been embarking on planlessness, thoughtlessness.
Thank you.
And even in an introductionless state, every single problem we have is clear.
Fine. You want to say
something? I'm sorry to say this thing.
What is that?
It is as if today is Anambra celebration. I will say it. All you do governor at the airport
oh, that.
I don't know if that is what is the plan. What am I trying to say? Open motor Anambra State especially Oka and Onitsha. I'm telling you the truth now. Many people What I'm trying to say is, do you know that some people, my business colleague, have jeeps, have different kind of cars? Do you know that some of them use because of bad road in Anambra State? All of them use keke to go to some of their.
I don't believe you. Actually,
you will not. You will go even. I use keke and come here, but my motor spoil at Nodu Y Junction. I don't much here. Tomorrow.
Are you okay?
Tomorrow.
We've got people on Facebook, on our page,
Anambra
Broadcasting Service page, okay, who are trying to learn their congratulations. Can I talk? Who are trying to learn their congratulations on Anambra at 30, okay? We are live on Anambra Broadcasting Service on Facebook, and I've got one Barry Solomon saying, "Hello, my brothers and sisters. I'm here to testify the good news of the Lord. Oh, damn it. Okay, I've got one Usani Utum saying, congratulations, Anambra has not disappointed the Anambrarians. Okay, and I've got one Williams Ndubisi saying, congratulations, Anambra, and one Obina Okafo saying, congratulations to all in the Anambra. Okay, I think we'll take this for now because I think basically they're all trying to say congratulations. I think we have a good number of I think we have some proud lots of Anambra people. That's great. Okay,
today is celebration.
Yes. Now let's come back to the light of the nation. Anambra State is arguably one of the safest states in Nigeria. Yeah. So there have been other legacies that this particular state are laying for other states to follow. It's more like blazing the trail. Okay, I'm very
it's not small like Guinea.
More like blazing the trail.
Okay,
yes, of course.
Yeah,
so
like an okay. Tell you.
Just don't worry. Just I think they understand what I'm talking about. So there are lots of things that Anambra is. There is one thing before I came to Anambra State.
Yes.
One thing that Anambra is popular for is the Onitsha main market. One of the largest, if not the largest.
No, it's the largest
in West Africa.
Oh yeah, with the largest.
And it's something great. Anambra is painted to the world in some good light, and good enough. The motto Anambra
embellished in the highest order for everybody to see.
I see. So Anambra is the light of the nation. How much has the light been able to radiate to different persons?
Of our mighty achievements.
Yeah, sure.
We are actually home for all.
Yeah, right.
We went to the nation. So
that's great. So I'm really proud that there are many Anambra people who are really proud of actually bearing the name Anambra. There have been some arguments going on lately that you must marry a man from Anambra State. Then you're not marrying a man. It's Anambra is something.
My wife.
To say you're from Anambra, it's something great.
My wife would be proud of me. My wife.
I don't really understand why they come about saying if you want to marry Igbo, you has to be from Anambra State.
From Anambra. Why? There's a lot about we the Anambra people.
Okay.
We the Anambra, there's something a God use in blessing us.
What is
when
that?
it comes to money, if Lego,
money.
Once you are an Anambra man, even when Anambra, you are opportune. Are you getting me? No. That is why there is always in everything there is always a starting point in everything. But if you're a woman, bully a girl, bully a lady. If you are with an Anambra man, I will advise you hold him tight. Because the story of me and my wife today now started from when I was still struggling. But what gave him the impetus? What gave him even a hope?
Joy.
Autonomy. Even autonomy. As long as I'm an Anambra man, that tomorrow, today, like this, I will have from one shop to 2 shops, from 2 shops to 3 shops.
Go to the end of the tunnel and we touch.
That is what Anambra people are known for. Like today now, that is Anambra birthday. Let me tell you, even if you as a white man, you come to my place.
What kind of food do you have for me?
Number one,
I take pizza. Pizza like
pizza, shawarma.
Okay, all those things.
If you have burger, I can manage that.
Burger. in my destiny. I have everything eaten. I don't know.
Explain to you.
You can have me.
You understand?
So today is celebration. That is what I want you to understand.
To draw more light to what you were saying, Anambra men are very chivalrous. Anambra men are magnanimous.
We are magnanimous.
Anambra men
I do agree. And I do agree.
Men are compassionate. Anambra men are tremendous. Anambra men are not garrulous. Anambra men are not wicked. Anambra men are not barbaric. Anambra men are not clear examples of ignominy and opprobrium.
Thank you.
But Anambra people are straightforward. Anambra people are wonderful. Anambra people, their brains and their exhibitions and what they have, what they have inside them are unquantifiable.
You see that?
Some people have resorted to minuses to copy what we are doing. Light of the nation. Going to the end of the tunnel we touch, they will not see the light. But us, when we get there, like the candle, the light will come.
I think you're being overly impressionistic about your ego because you are Anambra, as well as being delusional. I'm just saying because
delusion. You know what's delusional? Actually, delusion even on the right. Even on the right.
Trying to copy us. They are
listen, let me tell you why I said so, because wherever you are, you just want to pretend wherever you are. If you ask a Hausa, it's going to say the same thing, that they are the best. So no matter how much you try to portray this,
it's not like that.
You understand? So
when you come to Nigeria, when it comes to Nigeria now, even Nigeria as Nigeria should do as a country on his own.
Right.
When it comes to Nigeria, the whole Nigeria respects we the Anambra people.
Why?
Because of you, Prof. Kawachali. Because of that thing he told you.
What did he say?
In actually the whole grammar. Everything he told you is truth. Now, that is what I have to say.
Including the Anambra men are garrulous. Did you mention that?
I said Anambra men
are
garrulous.
That. Okay.
But
okay.
See. Talking too much, talking excessively, saying things are not that they are not. You understand?
Okay, we are not.
Yes, of course. We said that if Hausa men are brought, or any person from any part of the world,
they have to protect
Nigeria respect Anambra men.
Excuse me.
Nigeria respect us.
Excuse me.
There is a lot about Anambra people.
Self-referentiality, natural insisimosity, and
natural money meeting. Natural money meeting. Yeah, you all know Anambra no na Agalia. When it comes to money, they belong to one. If care is not taken, Anambra will have their currency very soon. And where our currency, Naira doesn't mean anything to we the Anambra people.
Thank you. In the Anambra.
Good.
Thank you so much. I can see how much overly proud you are about being
proud. Is the truth? Yes, you know proud. No, the
thank you. Congratulations to you. In the Anambra,
and to you that come to our Anambra state too.
Well,
thank you too.
You're welcome. All right, thank you for 30 years. I hope for
after today after now we are celebration.
Yeah,
I've closed my shed in both to fish and azun. Happy. Barbecue. Is a small thing. Is a small thing.
This is
my house.
Thank you. And of course, big congratulations to all in the Anambra out there. You as an Onye Anambra, I want to wish you a very happy 3 decade. It's no mean feat. It's something to actually celebrate. Thank you. And I urge you to keep being good citizens of Anambra State and by extension, good citizens of Nigeria at large. This has been the program, The Assembly, and I am Lord Lezef from the highest echelon of the British Empire, and we all say to you, congratulations and bye.
Bye. PL anniversary.